Well, welcome back to Motorcycle Camping and Cooking with Don and Gary. We are both motorcycle campers with a critical eye for success. Welcome to the show. Well, today Sterling is back at it again in his home state of Arizona. Have you ridden in Arizona, right, Gary?
Arizona is a lovely state. Lots of tumbleweeds, large cacti, and an abundance of dirt road. There's a lot of fun to be had on these dirt roads out there.
Well, it looks like Sterling is out for another ride today, and it looks like he has already started in the dirt.
Wow, look at the positioning, Don. He really knows how to handle that big bike. There is some slippery sand in that part of the Copa area.
Wow, I wonder if he's going to lower his air pressure, Gary. What do you think?
I sure hope he does, Don. It could get pretty slippery out there if he doesn't.
What pressure would you run, Gary? What do you think Sterling is going to do today?
If it was me, I would go with something like 25 in the front, maybe 30 in the rear.
SI in my tires a little bit. I went down to about 30 in the back and 25 in the front. It'll soften out these roads a little bit.
You have to keep in mind all those cactus needles on the trail. Those jumping cholla will really destroy your tires.
We used to call the cholla tire killers. We actually cut a few needles off with some wire cutters once and drove them into some wood.
Okay, now we see him narrowing his choices for a camp spot. I tell you, Gary, Sterling really has a good eye for scenic camp spots.
That's right, Don. Seems he's always looking for a site with a great view, some flat ground, and fuel for the campfire.
Gary, do you think he really spends that much time looking for fuel?
Normally, I just carry propane for my stove when I'm out in the desert.
Good point, Gary.
Oops. Looks like he might have found his site, Don. Looks like it's got a pretty nice view, and it looks like it's pretty flat.
That's right, Gary. Let's listen in to see what his thoughts are.
Well, this looks like a fine place to spend the night, right here. Big panoramic view of the desert, mountains in the background. We've got a nearly full moon. Should be a really nice night. I'm gonna get this campsite set up really quick before the sun goes down. I stopped riding. It's about 5:30, and I know that it starts to get dark pretty quickly when the sun gets to this point in the horizon, so I want to get some firewood gathered up.
Apparently, he's gathering fuel for his firebox so he can get started with cooking his meal.
That's right, Gary. Looks like he is getting ready to fire up the firebox and get to cooking. Oops, Gary, he has started a fire on the ground. What the heck is he doing, Gary?
I have no idea, Don. He should be building that fire in his firebox.
He has started a fire on the ground. What is he doing?
I just don't understand.
Oops. What did he just pull out? What was that?
Don, that looks like a grill that is not attached to a firebox.
Yes, Gary, that is indeed what that looks like. What is he thinking?
This is so out of character. Maybe he's still suffering from some of that burnt chicken flavor from the last episode.
Gary, are you talking about Freedom Chicken from the last episode?
Freedom chicken indeed, Don. I think it's really left a bad taste in his mouth.
It's going to be really interesting to see how this meat turns out this time, Gary.
Well, Don, it's obvious to me that with this setup, you can easily manage the coals to move them around so you can get more heat or less heat.
Yes, Gary, that is obvious from before he even set up the grill. He was moving hot coals around to cook his meat instead of burning it, I guess.
Well, Don, obviously this speaks volumes about your ability to cook meat on a grill where you have influence, over the flame, right?
It certainly does appear that the meat turned out much better than the previous charcoal chicken.
Score one for the grill. And what an outdoor adventure he's had us on again.
This looks like we are coming to the end. Maybe he is looking for the freedom.
Freedom. Mm-hmm.